You're right in life in the Philippines, love change, nation, and God, one nation under, rule, one love. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Bobby D coming to you live from the Lambon, Cebu, Philippines. We have a very special guest today, and it is one of our weekly guests now, Markell Wingfield of Markell's TV, the podcast. Check it out when you get a chance. You will be enlightened, as we will be enlightened today. Got some very important information to drop on us some knowledge, some inspiration, some motivation, and a little bit of creativity so we can think about what we're doing with our lives, especially our veterans. So this is veterans information day on the train. We're dealing with Markell Wingfield. He is a member of the train. He's got his own channel. Y'all check him out. Markell, Markell space S space TV, the podcast. Check it out. Okay. All right. So I'm going to bring him in right now. We're just going to bring it down to you. Here's a thumbnail for the day. First of all, thumbnail for the day. That's Markell right there. American Vets Information. That's what we're going to talk about today. Got vets out there, don't know their left from their right. They have benefits available. Some of them don't even know they got it. Markell is the kind of guy that gives you clarity. He brings special information that veterans don't receive and don't know how to get. He will show you how to receive it and how to get. All right, without further ado, let me bring in Markell. What's up, Markell? How you doing, man?
What's going on, Bobby D? How you doing today?
Doing good, man. Better than I say since I seen you. I'm doing much better.
I appreciate it.
Always good to see you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Markell Wingfield. He's one of the veteran specialists. He's got his own show. Check him out, Markell's TV, the podcast. He brings veterans timely information that will help veterans. And if you know of somebody, you might not be a veteran, but if you know of a veteran, hey, you can spread that information to them and they can get benefited. You know, they can get their benefits. Maybe it's a check. You never know. So keep your ears and your eyes open today to what Markell has for us to say. All right, Markell, you got it.
All right, Bobby D, you don't mind staying right there because I want to get your reaction to some of these, okay?
No problem.
Recently, I've had a couple people that come over that watch your channel, and I had a gentleman who left me a comment asking me what he needs to do because he went over to the Philippines and he only gets $600 in SSI, not SSI retirement, supplemental security income, which is basically need-based income. Think of it like getting food stamps, public. This is the government saying, okay, you don't have no money. You didn't work long enough to get the insurance. We're going to give you this, which gets you to the poverty line or whatever the poverty line. I don't even know where the poverty line is anymore. I think it's like $1,000 a month, but he's getting $600
a year. Right.
Okay. Now he has no savings at all. He saved about 6 to 8 months just to get his ticket to go to the Philippines. Decided to stay in the Philippines once he got there. Now he's asking me because now he has a CDR coming up. And for those who don't know what a CDR is, it's a continuing disability review. When you receive Social Security and you're disabled, Social Security is going to do a review to make sure you're still disabled. Just because they give it to you doesn't mean that you got that forever. They're going to do these reviews on everybody. If you're on Social Security right now, that's not retirement, whether it's SSI or SSDI, you know you're going to have a CDR. Well, his CDR is coming up. He's now in the Philippines, been in the Philippines for the last 4 months, and now don't have no money to get back. And now he's asking, what should he do? So I basically told him, you need to take your butt to the embassy, let them know where you are, so they can make an arrangement to send your butt back to the States. Well, they're going to cut him off. The first thing they're going to do is cut you off. Because once you outside the U.S. more than 30 days, they're going to cut you off. Period. There's no questions asked about that. If you don't have to take my word for it. You can go to Social Security's website, and it's right there in black and white. Matter of fact, you can go to your award letter. It's right there in black and white. You cannot stay out of the country on supplemental security income more than 30 days. And if you had a lawyer, they told you. If you went before the federal judge, he told you or she told you. So you have no excuse. But my thing is this, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want you to believe the fantasy that you can live in these countries on just 600, 800, $1,000 a month with nothing behind you. No savings, no credit card, no nothing. You just show up and your only thing you're getting is that government check. Well, my
Right.
question, and I'm going to pose this to Bobby D. What happens if there's a problem with your account and that check doesn't come that month or for the next 2 months? What system in the Philippines is designed to help an American that has that kind of issue?
Actually, there's none. You have no systems designed to help you when you out of funds. So I keep telling everybody, you come to overseas, you come to Philippines, Colombia, wherever, make sure you have adequate funds. $500 a month, it might pay your rent. That's it. What about your food and all that other stuff? And then you have to have a backup plan. You got to have money in the bank. You have to have consistent income to make sure you are able to maintain your lifestyle. The lifestyle that you have in the USA versus the lifestyle you go to Colombia, wherever you're going, it's going to be different. You need money, okay? Backup money. I keep telling y'all that, man. This guy's he's going to be up a creek. And then the problem is he is going to be what? Cut off. He's cut off. I did not know that you cannot move on SSI. So you cannot move from United States to a different country on SSI.
On SSI, supplemental security income. Let's not get stuff confused, okay? I'm not talking about retirement. I'm not talking about railroad, and I'm not talking about SSDI. I want people to hear me because a lot of times we on medication. We don't hear everything that's being said. I said clearly, SSI, supplemental security income. Google it. You cannot leave the U.S. or U.S. territory more than 30 days. If you stay out more than 30 days, they will cut you off. No questions asked, because you're on a need-based system. It's not like SSDI. SSDI is something you pay insurance into. In case you become disabled, that's what that does. That pays you every month. That's that insurance that they take out of your check. Okay? That is totally different. So please do not get those two confused. Please don't get on Bobby D's show and say, well, he said SSDI can't be. I didn't say SSDI. I said SSI. Google it. If you're on a need-based system in the United States of America, you can go on vacation for 30 days. Then your butt needs to be back in the U.S. if you want to continue to receive those benefits. But please, guys, ladies and gentlemen, please do not leave the country. Go cross seas and all you got, no savings, no credit card, no type of lifeline whatsoever, and you only got $800, you only got $1,000 a month, and that's it. That okay, because one glitch in the system, you're gonna be on the street, on the street with no help. You're an American in a foreign country where everybody looks at you as having all this money.
That's right.
What happens? Your bank says, no, we never got a deposit yet, because it does happen. Don't think it can't happen. It's happening. There's people that are still waiting to get their stimulus checks right now. So don't think it can't happen. It definitely can.
Well, yeah, it happens, man. I'm telling you, I went through that. It happens, okay? Retirement check. I wait over a year for it. It happens, man. So what you gonna do in the meantime? You can't live off of love. I tell y'all that all the time. You cannot live off of love. You got to have more time, okay? Come out here, man. Make sure you guys have money in the bank, have a savings, have something, man. You got to have at least 10, 15, maybe 30, 40, as much as you can, 1,000 to back yourself up. You can't live off of 500 and then don't have no backup savings. You cannot do it, man. You're going to wind up begging on the street. And I see a lot of guys do that around here. I don't want to see you do that. Supplemental security insurance is what he's talking about, guys. Don't get it twisted with no SSDI and all that. Supplemental security. That's the kind we don't pay no taxes on, right? We don't pay taxes to get that.
No, this is for people. Yeah, Bobby, this is for people who may have worked but ran out of quarters. You
Right.
understand what I mean by ran out of court?
Right.
Like when you pay
Right.
into the system, they take Social Security money out of your check every week or every month, however you get paid. When
Right.
you do that for a certain period of time, you're building up quarters where you have insurance in case you get into an accident, in case you become sick and you can't work anymore. That's what that
Right.
insurance is for, right?
Okay. Right.
Up until you reach retirement age, you can still receive SSDI. I'm on SSDI. You can live
Okay.
anywhere in the world. Well, I shouldn't say anywhere in the world. You can live pretty much anywhere, but certain countries we don't have agreements with, like North
Right.
Korea, Russia, places like that. You may want to stay clear of. I'm not telling you where you can
Right.
live, but you may want to stay clear of.
I wouldn't want
But
to go there anyway.
on SSI, no, that's need based. If I gave you
Right.
food stamps every month, Bobby D, and I told you, hey, you can't, you can go on vacation to the Bahamas or you can go here, but in 30 days you need to be back here if you want to still continue to receive this money. What you gonna
Right.
do?
I'm gonna stay there. I ain't going nowhere. Or if I need to take vacation, I'll be back in 30 days. Because I don't want to get cut off. That's the problem. People need to understand that's SSI like getting a handout. You know,
Yes.
and if you're getting a handout, you cannot dictate to the government what you're gonna do. If the government give you a handout, right, you got to abide by their protocol, their rules and procedures. And the problem is what I'm seeing is a lot of people that have SSI don't understand the rules behind it, and they understand the limitations behind it. You cannot go out the country with SSI, but SSDI, which is different. That's for the veteran disability. You can.
No.
So that's a very, very important distinction that people
Yeah,
need to get.
SSDI, everybody can get that. Anybody can get that. If you're say you were working in the States at one of your jobs, you say you work for Verizon or AT&T,
Right.
and let's say in the van you got into an accident. You got in a real bad accident. You hurt
Right.
your back. Okay. You apply for disability insurance because what you've been paying for every week is now paying you now out of Social
Okay.
Security. You're just getting your money early. So anybody can, it's not just veteran, anybody can get that as long as they can prove they're disabled. They can't
Okay.
work anymore. You got doctor's information, medical records, and all that stuff. They may
Right.
call you in to do a interview or exam, have a doctor exam you and all that good stuff. But
Right.
anyone that's been working, right, can
Right.
receive SSDI.
Okay.
SSI is strictly handout. Like you go into the office and you ask for food stamps. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
give you $125 in food stamps. SSI the same way. If you don't have any assets, you don't own anything, and this is just your only income source, well, you'll probably get a little bit more. I don't know how they determine, SSI between each state or the federal government, but all I know is this guy wrote he gets $600. That's it. He doesn't have anything else other than that $600 coming in. And I can tell you, there is no way after you save 6 months or 8 months for a ticket just
Yeah.
to get there, and then you decide you're going to stay and you got nothing else. Now you got a CDR and you can't get back. You don't know what to do.
He's in trouble. He's in serious trouble. And he come to you for help, but ain't much you can do to him.
I don't know what he
Ain't
thought
much.
I was going to do, send him a ticket. No.
I'm trying to beg you. Hurry, Markell. You got this sympathy in your heart. I gotta get home.
No.
And I wouldn't help him one lick. I'd give him some information. That's it. You make your bed, you got to lay in it, man. And ignorance is no excuse for the law. You see, you can't tell me what I didn't know. So what? Now you know, and you ignorant, you caused your own problem. You know what I'm saying? I have no sympathy for people like that. I understand the predicament, but they put themselves in their own predicament by not planning, not detailed planning, not asking the right questions, not reading, not finding the right information. And just because you on Social Security or SSI don't mean that you're supposed to do what you want to do. You have to check if somebody giving you a check and you didn't earn that money, you had no say so, and you're gonna do what you want, or you're gonna move out the country. Come on, man. Think, people. Think. Very important information, Markell. I'm glad you brought that distinction to us. There's another distinction between SSI and SDI. Supplemental disability insurance. Difference.
Correct.
Big difference.
Huge difference.
Yeah. And if you don't know the difference, guys, just Google it. SSI, Supplemental Security Insurance, and SDI, Supplemental Disability Insurance. Those are two different animals, two different things, and don't get them both confused. One is a hand, basically, I call it a handout. SSI is a handout. Somebody, you ain't got nothing, you can't live, you can't eat, you can't whatever. And they say, okay, we'll give you some money. Government said, come and help you out. Here you go, here you go. SDIs, you work, you put money in the system, and when you got disability, they gave you the SDI. So you have some more leeway. You can say where you want to live on SDI versus SSI. If you want to take the government money every month, you got to stay put. You might go for vacation, but after 30 days, you better bring your behind back home, or it will be cut off. So now he getting ready, he gonna get cut off as soon as he go back home. And then that $600 a month. If they say he's okay, he won't get that. He won't get nothing. You know what I'm saying? He better hope that he still is able, because that makes sense. You're gonna take my handout and you're gonna move wherever you want. That to me, like, why you ain't working? You know, you're gonna do wherever you gonna get up and move. You should be working, buddy. You know, so I have no sympathy for people that taking SSI and moving all over the world, think they're gonna get away with it. Now the government gonna catch up with you because you ain't supposed to move. And most of y'all know that, because when don't they give them some information when they start them on the program?
Bobby D, they give you a award letter telling you all the do's and the don'ts of what you can and cannot do.
Right.
They tell you everything. These people are on SSI, Bobby D. If I were to give them $1,000 and deposit it in their bank account, and the government found out they got 1,000, they're gonna take that 1,000 out of the 600 they got, because that's more than they're supposed to get, and they know this. You handout mean you got nothing, and I'm giving you this money because you got nothing. Anything extra that you get, no, we gonna take that from that because that's more than what you told us you got.
And rightfully so. And rightfully, that's called cheating. That's called being a fraud. That's called trying to cheat the government out of money.
In prison right now, Bobby D, for that very same thing.
Right. Hey guys, we're not here to help you cheat the government. We're not here to help you abuse the government. So if you're looking for that, you're in the wrong place, baby. We telling you legitimate information, legal information that you can use to get your benefits if that are due you, if they are legally. No cheating here, and nobody trying to look for a handout if you don't deserve a handout. If you deserve a handout, of course. If you qualify based on the principles and rules of the program, of course, we want to help you get that. But if you don't try to beat the system, man, because you might wind up doing some time, hard time, or street time, because you done got kicked off the program and they didn't lock you up for cheating, but they said no more money, and you got to go out here panhandling, begging. Mister, can you spare a dime? Who want to live like that? Think about what you're doing, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, please. Because we want to see you thrive and live alive and don't live down like a deadbeat. We want to see you live good, okay? And if you need help, find a plan or something like that, go online and look for, there's plenty of counselors out there that will help you find programs that get you up in life and move. Because SSI is a good program. You ain't got nothing else, it helps. But when you abuse the program, that's where the problem comes in. So I don't know who the gentleman was, but don't tell him to call me, because he ain't gonna like what I got to say. Okay, it's gonna help.
One last thing I would say, Bobby D, is this: people have a misunderstanding of what our U.S. Embassy does. They've been watching too many movies. Like you can just run up to the embassy and go on in, and they right there to help you out. That is not how the U.S. Embassy works.
That's right.
You have to make an appointment to see those people at the embassy. You don't just show up. Oh, I'm American. They don't care. That don't mean nothing to them, because that's not how it works. It does not work that way. They're not gonna just say, "Okay, you stuck here. Here's some money. Get on the plane and go back home." No. It does not work like that. So please understand what your embassy does in whatever country you go into, because I guarantee you, what you see in the movies is not how it works in reality. That's not what the embassy does.
No. I did a video on the embassy and the things that they offer, and sending you home on a free ticket is not one of them, okay? What they will do is ask your name and get some information from you, and then they email or call your people and say, hey, Johnny up here in the Philippines ain't got no money. Can you send him some money, please? They might do that. But they're not gonna give you no free ticket. No. You're not gonna, and so don't come out here talking about, well, I'm American. You're trying to pull your American card on the American. So what? Get in the paddy wagon. We're gonna lock you up. It doesn't mean anything.
And that's the other thing here. Like in the Philippines, they speak English. you cool.
That's right.
I mean, you can talk for yourself. Here, it's Spanish. That's the language, Spanish. You
Right.
get locked up here, the embassy won't even send an interpreter. They'll
Mm.
give you a list for lawyers you can call that you can pay for on your own. And
Right.
hopefully you can find one that speaks English if you don't speak Spanish.
Right.
And they'll bring you some books. They'll bring a rabbi by and they'll bring some vitamins. That's it.
Right.
They just want to make sure you're alive, but that's it. They're not gonna go out their way to do anything else for you. It's
No,
not gonna
that's
happen.
not,
So
that's not their purpose.
I want people to understand that, man. Y'all coming to these countries because they're like, I'll just go to the embassy. And the embassy gonna do what? The embassy is not here to do that for you, dude. That's not everybody can for this American go there and get help. No. They gonna ask, where your family? Who can you call? You don't have no money and you don't have a credit card, you got nothing. Mm-mm.
That's right.
I'm
They're
trying
not
to
the
help
embassy.
y'all, man.
No. Embassy's not going to reach in their pocket and give you nothing but some information. That's it. They might call your people for you, or they might have a way to email your people, say you got your brother out here in China or whatever, he needs some money. Can you help him? Because we can't do nothing for him. That's it. That's it. So don't trust in the embassy because you're American, and don't bank on your American status that you're American and you're going to be all right. No, that don't mean nothing when you go overseas because you're under the rights and jurisdictions of another local nationality, another country. You got to follow their rules. In America, if the embassy out there, the emissary or the ambassador has to follow the rules of that country. So you got to do the same. All thing you can do is talk to you or send somebody to see how you doing. That's it. They may see if you're sick or something, they'll send home and say, your brother needs some medicine or something like that. Or they might send a doctor. They might, but then you got to pay.
Yeah. It ain't free.
I ain't nothing free with the embassy. So y'all need to get now. I tell you something they do. You can go to vote to the embassy if you like you overseas. Yeah. They'll help you vote. If you have to get your visa updated or your passport updated, you can go to the embassy. They will do that, help you with that. But you still have to pay for that. You think it's free? No, you got to pay money to get your visa, your passport update. All that stuff costs. Ain't nothing free at the embassy. Only thing free I can think about is the voting. You go up there and get your vote. They will do that for you free. You can write your name and they'll send your vote into whatever state you're in. They'll make sure you're on the voter list, all of that. That's the only thing I found that's free at the embassy. Everything else, you have to pay. So y'all get that out your mind, but I'm American. I go to the U.S. Embassy. They will take care of me. No. They'll come to see about you, might call you and say, how you doing? And they'll say, well, give me your name and number of your nearest relative. They might get the Red Cross to call them. That's it. Ain't nothing else gonna happen for you. So it's important, guys. You remember Markell told you about the SSI and SDI. Very two different programs and for different people and for different reasons. SSI, for all practical purposes, you cannot move out of the country and live off of SSI because you'll get cut off, okay? Get that in your mind. I know I got a lot of people looking at it right now, Markell, on SSI, and they living out the country. My question is, how does the government determine if a recipient is out of the country? Is it because they change where the banks deposits being made? How do they find out if they're out of the country?
Well, the CDR review, so a continuing disability review. When you're under retirement age, they're going to periodically do a review. You don't know when it's going to happen. It may happen 2 years from now. It may happen a year from now. But they will notify you and tell you, hey, we are doing a review. We may need you to come in and do an exam. Now, as far as they know, you're still in the States. So they may say, well, we need you to come in tomorrow at 9 o'clock and do an exam. You know, well, I can't make it tomorrow. Okay, we'll set you up for next week. I can't do it next weekend. Well, what are you doing in all this time that we can't do it? Then you got to convince, I'm not even in the country. That's when they're going to cut you off. That's an automatic cutoff. Now, again, I don't want people to get confused because I know we're on medication. SSI, I'm not talking about retirement. I'm not talking about Social Security, retirement. I'm not talking about railroad. I'm talking about the people who are under retirement age, who had no income, who are receiving this benefit so they can get by. That's who I'm talking about.
Right. So, guys, understand you cannot live on SSI out of the country for over 30 days. That's just the way it is. And if those of you that are actually doing it right now, you're breaking the law, okay? And when they find out about it, you're gonna get cut off like this. And then you're gonna be mad because the government cut me off. They cut me off. Yeah, you know the rules. When you started that program, they told you you will get cut off. You trying to get around the rules. Stop trying to act a fool with the government, man. They're gonna catch up with you sooner or later. Take your behind home. Get your. Is there a way? I got a question. Is there a way you can get your SSI converted over to SDI? Any way possible?
Not when you're out of quarters, or not when you haven't made enough money. That's the other way. So say you're working a job, you only work part-time for the last 10 years. Well, you're only going to get so much insurance. You only made so much that you paid into the system. Okay, so for example, take the average person who makes $50,000 or $60,000 a year, right? Right now, if they were to get hurt and get on SSDI because they're working, they probably wouldn't get more than $1,100, $1,200 a month from Social Security. That's it, right? Because in order to get the max, you got to be making six figures. You got to be making 100,000 plus in order to get $2,500 a month from Social Security. And the average person in the U.S. not making that kind of money. Okay, so right now they would probably get about $1,200. So you take somebody who's only working half of that and probably only making $7 an hour, somewhere in there. Well, they only going to get $500 to $600 a month. And to get them up to the poverty line, that's where SSI would come in, because you don't even have enough to get to poverty. SSI would bring you up to poverty. You understand what I'm saying? So SSDI would pay you $6. Okay, you say poverty is $1,000. Well, SSI would make up the other $4, and that's it. But anything that you get other than that, they're going to deduct it from that $4. You make a YouTube channel, you getting $200 a month. Okay, well, we're going to take $200 off that $400 because it's need based, right? So you making $800 now. So we only need to give you $200 more to get you where you qualify for. That's how that works.
All right. So what I'm hearing you say is that you can get SSI in addition to SDI. Is that correct?
Well, if you're already on SSDI, depending on how much you get to get you up to poverty. But if you're on SSI to begin with, there's no way to convert unless you go back to work for the next 5 to 10 years to build up quarters, to build the insurance up. Then you could go. But at that time, you went back to work. Why would you quit your job to try to get SSDI at that point?
Right. So if you have SSI, more than likely you cannot qualify for SSDI.
No.
Got it. But you can if you have this vice versa. You can. Okay. So it's very important, guys. Don't get confused with these names we're calling about, because the letters are similar. They sound similar. Yeah. So look it up. The best thing to do, call your SSI administrator, email them. I'm telling you, man, I met so many people that are on SSI living out here. I said, look, man, I don't know if you can stay out here on that or not, but you need to Google it. Because I don't tell them, because I don't know. And they'd be trying to get me to give them, I don't know about that stuff. So now we know. SSI recipients out here, don't play the game, fool game, like, well, I didn't know. No, you knew when you signed up. The government ain't going to play that game with you. Go home, sign up, do whatever you got to do, and let the people know I'm back in town. Please don't cut me off. That's what's going to happen. You're going to get cut off when they catch up with you. All right, Markell, it's been very good information today. We found out about SSI and SSDI, the difference between the two. If you have SSI, you cannot live out of the country for more than 30 days, or you will get cut out. And that's what the gentleman from our show, I don't know who it was, and I don't want to know, because I'm about to call some bad news, like you already told me what the deals are. But if you're on SSDI, you can stay in so many, not every country, but so many countries that we have an agreement with, according to Markell, and you can live out of the country. So that's the big distinction there. And as far as Markell aspires that cannot live off $605, don't come out here like that, guys. You might be able to pay your own rent for $500 a month, but what about the other stuff? Lights, gas, all that. What about that? You need savings, you need money stacked up. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, something like that, at least a minimum to come out here. Okay, don't come out here because you cannot live off of love. I keep telling people that, well, you know, me and my girl, we just got to get together. We're going to be all right. Now I'm going to get me a job. You can't get no jobs out here, man.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Bobby D, real quick.
Mhm.
So even though insurance is probably, excuse me, like here, very inexpensive. So for
Right,
example, you can get basic insurance here for $15 a month. Basic
right,
insurance, okay?
right.
But that really doesn't cover emergencies. If you had to go get your blood drawn, you got to pay for that out of pocket. What that pays for is just them looking at you and giving you some medication. If
Right.
you have to have major surgery, that doesn't cover major surgery. You got to pay for that out of pocket. If y'all you getting is $500 or $600 a month, and especially some of us that's disabled, some of you guys who are older, you're already on blood pressure medication and all this other stuff, you paying for basic insurance, you're not really covered. So how are you going to pay for a hospital stay? And if I'm not mistaken, in the Philippines, they ain't letting you go till you pay.
That's exactly right. You can't go nowhere till you pay. Full all the money had to be paid before you leave the hospital.
So I'm
So,
wondering how that's supposed to work out.
well, they have here. They have one thing you do. You should have your health insurance, kind of health insurance when you get here. If you don't, you can enroll. Just like in Colombia, they got a place where you can enroll and buy this $15 a month. That's better than what we got here. What we pay here is like if you're a USA citizen, you fulfill. It's called Field Health. You can pay about. They just went up on it real cheap. You used to be able to get on your wife's or your girlfriend health card and like $2 a month, cheap stuff. But now they cut that. No American can get on anybody's health. They have to have their own individual plan. Right now, it's like 17,000 pesos a year, which is about, I guess, a little bit over 300, 325 a year.
Oh,
So that's what I pay. I paying once a year for that. Now on that, it will pay for out of pocket, like outpatient care. Like you go in and get a doctor like that. They only gonna pay for the lab work. Now you still got to pay money out your pocket. If you get in the hospital, like Lisa D was in the hospital 3 years ago, whatever. I had to pay. Her bill was huge, man. They paid some of it, but I had to pay. I had to come up with 4,000. I paid before they hit this. And I said, he said, we get ready to leave. He said, where you going? So I said, we're ready to go. No, you're not. He said, she called security. They called security. And Lisa D had to stay in the room till I went down there and settled up at the desk at the front at the finance office. I had to pay him. I credit card, charge cash. I paid it off since then, but I'm telling you, you need money when it comes to health in this country. In any country you go in, you're gonna need some kind of plan, some kind of insurance plan, because unexpected medical things will happen. And if you don't have no money to cover it, you're just at the mercy of whoever help you when you're sick. And you're not gonna get no kind of major help out here in the Philippines when you're sick. You going, especially if you're a foreigner, they're gonna look at you like you're a fool. You mean you come out here and you ain't got no money? And I mean, that's just the way it is, guys. Don't come out here like that. You don't want to be looking foolish.
And people hate it when I bring that topic up, Bobby, but I'd rather tell you the truth and let you be the one standing down there trying to figure out how am I going to come up with $4,000? I don't have a credit card. I don't have no savings. How am I going to come up with this money? Y'all just don't get it, man. Some of y'all don't get it.
Nah,
But Bobby D, for
Yeah,
300 something a year, that's, you know what I pay a month for insurance through Cigna?
no,
$459 a month.
a month? Oh Lord,
A month.
yeah, that's a lot, man. That's a lot.
I pay that, and the reason why I pay that is it covers me in any country I go to except the United States of America. That also pays for me to be airlifted if I want to get the hell out of that country and go back to the States. That's why I pay so much. Get me up out of here. Take me to the nearest hospital that's U.S. I'm good to go after that.
Now that's a good plan, but I see why it's for something a month. It's one of the best out there. You can't get my plan won't cover me in the U.S. It'll cover me here. And when I got to go to the U.S., I got to have something else. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
that's why I stay in there long.
I got VA, so I don't even worry about that in the U.S.
Yeah, well, yeah, you cover wherever you go then. With your insurance and the VA, you cover wherever you go. All right, so that's some good information we got today, man. Markell broke it down to us right, tight, long, and strong about SSI and SSDI, the difference between the two. If you're out here on SSI, you need to go home and you need to let the people know I'm back home now. Please cut my check back on. But you got to do what? CDR, continuing disability review, before they put you back on. And you're playing a game, man. You're gambling with your expenses, with your life, because you don't know, you may not qualify again. You may have gotten better. And so as a result, when you do another review, medical review, the doctor will say, well, ain't nothing wrong with him. He healed up now. You know, ain't no wrong. And then you cut off. So don't play games like that, guys. Keep yourself home and stay in the USA if you're on SSI. If you're on SSDI, it is a totally different story. All right, Markell, thank you so much for the information today, man. We appreciate you, man. Take care, God. Get ready to ride the train. See you next week. Y'all be here for Markell again. He's going to be here every Thursday. This is his day. This is his time. We appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, guys. Take care, man.
All right, Bobby D. I'll see you guys later.
God bless you. All right, take care. Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we get ready to ride the train. Y'all ready? Has some great information from Markell. That's why I like Markell coming out here, man. He always drops some knowledge on us. He always enlightens us with some timely, helpful information that we can use to live in our life. And then if we don't use it in our lives, we can do what? Pass it on. Pass it on. Pay it forward to somebody else. You was enlightened. You got help. Pass it on. Even if you didn't have, you was enlightened, right? You got information, right? Pass it on. Each one what? Reach one. Each one what? Teach one. And we all move up together. That's a problem. We don't want, when we find some information, we want to try to keep it to ourselves. Well, they don't know this. I know this. Hell, pass it on, man. Holding everything to yourself, not gonna help nobody do nothing. You might feel good that you got some new information, but what's it gonna do for you? Pass it on. Help somebody. Okay? Do me a favor. Remember that. Each one reach one, each one teach one, and we all go up together. All right, let's go. People, get ready. Whether the train is coming, don't need no ticket. It just got on board or needed love. Who say it again? Say sweet, sweet love. Don't need no ticket. It just get on board. Get on board. Y'all ready, man? Are you ready to ride the love train? Y'all ready, man? I'm ready, man. I read last night, you know, but I could wait. No. I'm ready to ride this train with y'all. We're going to find out who's rough enough, tough enough, buffed up enough to be the first man in there. His house. I'm going to find out who made the decision that I want to be number one. I'm going to find out who's ready like Freddie today. I'm going to find out who want to take the hit for the team. I want to find out who the point man is. I need to know, man, because that is very significant, because the point man is a leader of the pack, and everybody else got to get back, Jack. Which one are you, the leader or the one that got to get back? I don't know about you, man. I want to be in the front. If it's good, I want to be up in the front. I want to be the front. I want to be the leader. I want to be the point man. But if it's bad, let me get back. Let's find out who's the point man today. Let's find out who the number one honcho up in the holiday. When I said toot toot, you said all aboard. Toot toot, toot toot. When I said all aboard, you said toot toot. All aboard, all aboard, all aboard. Let's go, man. Let's ride the train. Are y'all ready, man? I don't know. Are you excited? I'm excited. I'm so excited. I want to know who that is. I'm trying to find out who that is. I can't wait. Let's see. All right, here we go. Y'all know this is one of the most exciting parts of the love train. When I find out who that number one honcho is, I just get so excited. Because it makes me feel good that somebody got a number one mentality in this reality. Let's go. Who we got? Come on now. Play with me, screen, y'all. What's up, man? How you doing, brother? So good to see you. SML is the number one honcho. I ain't seen you in a long time, brother, but I'm glad you're here today. I see you, and I hope you all right, and I hope you'll see me too. Let's go. Hey, man, SML, you did it right, Ty Long Strong. You went playing today. You're making a statement about your life, about how you feel about reality, and how you feel about you. You want to move on up like Jordan Weezy. Ain't nobody told you it's going to be easy. Thank you so much, SML. Hey, man, y'all give it props. SML ain't playing today. He make that statement that he is going to be on the top. He moving on up. He tired of being in the back. He tired of being in the middle. He want to be up front. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Good to see you. That's my right train body leads in one nation under a groove. Who we got? What's up, Tammy? How you doing, Rayman? Coming. Rayman. What's up, Rayman? Rayman gave us a donation to the nation. Thank you so much, Rayman. Yeah, thank you so much, man. Hey, man, he do it so often, man. He ain't got to write down. He just put that $5. Thank you so much, Ray. Hey, man, We appreciate Rain Man. Don't mess with Rain Man on the train, okay? Please. Don't mess with the man on the train because he know how to make it rain up ahead on the train and even in Spain. So good to see you, Terry. Terry Fleming, man, you know I got to tell you, right? I had to hit the number 2 spot today, Terry. Come on, man. You know what I got to tell you, man. Lisa D. She upstairs. Lisa D upstairs, she trying to hide y'all. But you know I got to tell you, man. Terry Fleming, number 2, jump for it. Hey, man, but guess what, man? You would do fine with us because you make it rain up in the train today. I got to do a damn with Terry Fleming, right? Train Bobby Lacey, One Nation on the groove. Come on, my dancers, where my dancers, all my dancers in the house say, hoorah. Where you at, dancer? Come on, big mama, let's go. Terry Fleming for the donation to the nation. More blessings. Much love. Thank you so much, my brother. From another Markell, Ride Train, Bobby Lacey, One Nation, under groove we got. What's up, Coop? How you doing, brother? So good to see you. So good to see you. So good to see. He said, hello. What's up, man? Coop coming to us from Atlanta. I can't even pronounce it. Honolulu, Hawaii, man. Great state of Honolulu, Hawaii. I think it's the 50th state, and we're so happy to see you here. People in Hawaii are on a tropical climate, just like here in the Philippines. It's always hot there, and they're always facing some kind of hurricane or something like that. But it's all right, man. It's a beautiful state. I've never been there. I would like to go there some point in my life, just as a vacation, test it out, see how people are out there. I had a friend there, and he said everything's nice there, but the prices are very high. So, but I'd like to go there to visit. So good to see you, Coop. Ryan Train, Bobby, Lacey, One Nation. Who we got? That's a man. He said, peace to Bobby and Lisa D and my love train film. Thank you so much. He said, peace, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I always say, right? Peace. Remember this. Just write this down. Get your piece of paper and a pencil. Write this down. Peace is the answer. Can you say it with me? Peace is the answer. Let's say it again. Peace is the answer. Got that one? Got that down? All right. Second part, I said, and love is the way. Okay? I'm sorry. Peace is the answer, and love is the way. Anybody mess up with you, man? So look at me, man. I don't want to fight with you. I don't want to argue with you. Peace is the answer, and love is the way. I love you, and walk away. You'll break them down, make them cry like a baby. Round Train, Bobby Lacey, One Nation. Who we got? Smooth. What's up, Smooth? He said, hey, all good. Hey, man, what's up, man? You all right, man? So good to see you. So good to see you. So good to see you. Smooth is on the train with us today, man. He always up there close to the top. He used to be the bottom one time, but it's about I like to be number 1. I don't like being 2 because you know what it do, and I don't like being 3. But I'm here today. Good to see you, Smooth. Ryan Train, Bobby Lacey, One Nation. Howard, cool. He said, peace to Markell. Thank you so much. Markell is the man with the plan. We're glad to have him and glad to be associated with such a fine gentleman. He's retired, disabled gentleman. He travels the world. He's a world traveler, and also currently living in Colombia, Medellin, Colombia. And he also resides in the USA as well, but he goes back and forth and he travels all over the world. We are happy to have him as a part of our show on a weekly basis. He's agreed to come to us. And you guys, that you have any veteran questions, concerns, need help in any situation you have as a veteran, he's the man that we rely on for those types of answers, and he gives it to us right. Unfortunately, today, we have people that on SSI, and they don't understand, either they don't understand the rules or they're trying to disobey the rules, okay? I'm here. We're not here to let you cheat the government. That's not what we're about. We're about legitimate, legal, right things that do you. I'm not talking to you, Harvard Cool. I'm just talking to people in general, okay? Don't think I'm talking to you, Cool. But you guys out there, don't try to cheat the government, okay? If you have a legitimate concern, if you're legitimately disabled, you need help, that's what the government, Veterans of VA is for. If you try to cheat the government, say, I cut myself shaving. I cut myself shaving when I was in the army. You think I can get it? Disability shit? Forget it. Don't Don't play with the government with stuff like that, man. We talking about legitimate stuff. Let's go. Right, everybody, who we got? Terry Fleming, he said, we have veterans who refuse to reach out to the Veterans Administration for help. Yeah, you know why? Part of it is the Veterans Administration itself. And they don't make it very conducive for people of color to come to them, to reach out to them. Okay? That's part of the problem. And Markell talked about that on last week's broadcast. He said there's sometimes they're a little bit racist. I mean, I'm just the way it is. You know, I'm not trying to point the finger at them, but I'm just trying to tell you that has to do with some of the reasons. Part of the reason is some of the veterans are, for lack of a better terminology, I know this is not the right terminology, but I'm gonna say shell shock. Okay, I think the correct terminology is PTSD, post-traumatic syndrome, something like that. Anyway, but a lot of them have no mental situation, and they just don't have the mental faculties that it takes to go down and sit down and write down and say, I got a problem. And then some of them are totally opposite. They know they got issues. They know it. And they know they qualify. But they so dead sin against going up there saying, I need help. They won't do it. All kind of reasons, you know? But the bottom line is they serve America. And they deserve to be helped. And that's basically falls upon the shoulders of the VA, Veteran Administration. They need to go out and find those people that have served their country and are walking around the street penniless, nothing in their pocket. They went to Vietnam, they went to Korea, they went to all the wars we had, Afghanistan, Iraq, all the wars, man, Gulf War, yeah. And they come back here, they so distraught, they stay on the corner begging, you know, sleeping on cots under the bridge and pathways and stuff. You know, those are the people that need help. Veterans that we have cast to the wayside and say, we don't care nothing about you. You did your day. Yeah, we was out there. You killed a few people for us, but we don't care. That's your job. We got to be out with you. That's wrong. We cannot afford to put our veterans down like that. When they chose America to put us up, they gave their life. Some of them never came back. You know? Look at the ones that never came back. You know? What are they going to do? What are their family going to do? What are they left with? Nothing. We need to have VA needs to reach out to people like that's on the street, that cannot go and qualify, cannot sit down and write down an application for their veteran, and they know they need it. Now, Veterans Administration has to move up in that area. Okay, that's why the people like Markell are so important. Markell and people like him are doing what? Filling a gap that is needed, a gap of information deficit, a gap of compassion deficit that the VA does not have. Okay, and that's why people like Markell will always be around until the VA and the government really do what they say. They call themselves trying to help the veterans. Okay, they're not doing enough. You said, well, Bobby, they give them a check for what? That's what they're supposed to do. That's the minimum. What about the mental faculty? What about the physical side? They need help. Money is not enough. Don't get me started. Let's go around town, Bobby Lacey, one night. Who we got? Boo, what's up, man? He said poverty line is 12. Yeah, I thought it was 1,200 a month, 1,200 a year, 1,000 a month. That is a poverty line. So if you're living on 1,200 a month, you might be able to qualify for some SSI. I did not say SSDI, okay? Let's get that straight. Supplemental Security Insurance. Go check. Go down to the VA or the Social Security place and say, look, I only make $1,200 a month. Is there any way you can give me some assistance? I got 3 children. I got a wife. Is there any way you can help? I said, you might qualify. I'm not trying to tell you to try to break the law or take advantage. I'm just saying, see if you qualify. If you're only making $12,000 a year, $1,000 a month, you might need some help. And if they can help you on that, why not? Okay? Why not? That's why we pay taxes. Let's go, Ryan Train, Bobby. Who we got? Smooth. He said, you can't have SSDI and live outside the country. Yeah, that is correct. We discovered that today with Markell. SSDI is what you can have if you want to live outside the country. However, and it's a big however, there's only certain countries that you can do that. You can't do that with every overseas nation, okay? they have to have an agreement with the U.S. government for SSDI. Philippines has an agreement, and many other countries like Colombia, but some countries, like he mentioned, Russia, North Korea, no, they don't have an agreement, so you can't live out there on it. Okay, so yeah, but in general, you can live outside of the country on SSDI. So if you've got SSDI and you fed up with America, you fed up with the United States, look, man, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of all this racism. I'm tired of all this animosity. I'm just tired. Pack, save your money up. But again, just like Markell said, don't come out there expecting to live off of $500 a month and don't have no backup, don't have no savings, don't have no other supplemental income, multiple streams of income coming in, because you're not going to last long. Okay, you won't be out here long. If you live if you have you got a check for $500 a month, that might just pay your light bill. That might just pay your food or your rent. You have to have some kind of other source. Now, they say if you go to the province, you can live cheaper. Yeah, you're still going to live cheaper, but still, again, guys, you must have another source of income, multiple streams of income, or a large savings amount that will help you when one of your checks misses. You forgot to send, I think they give you send you a statement, say, are you okay? And you forgot to send that statement in, they cut you off. So we didn't get our statement back from him. Let's cut them off. Yeah, and then you have to win my check. Okay, you need money for time like if you get sick. In the Philippines, you don't have no insurance. You got to pay up cash. I got full health insurance from the government, but still they only cover a certain amount. The rest is on me. So you need money, man. Credit card, something to back you up when you come out here. But cash is the one that's really needed. All right, that go around train by DC One Nation. Courtney, country traveler. What's up, man? How you doing? So good to see you. So good to see you. He said, hello. What's up, man? So I like to see new people. Country traveler, if you're new, man, hit the like button for me, okay? Everybody hit the like button for me one time. 1, 2, 3. Chichapaya. 1, 2, 3. Chichapaya. Hit that like button. Come on now. Let's hit them likes. Let's get the likes up. So good to see you, country traveler. This is part of our program we call the Love Train Nation. One nation under a groove, one love. And we reach out, teach out, peace out, and speak out, help each other, and obtain health, wealth, strength, poverty. I mean, not poverty, prosperity is what I'm trying to say. Everything that you need to move up in life, we try to reach out and teach out to each other. So good to see you, man. Hit that subscribe button for me, okay, man? If you haven't subscribed already. Ride Train Bobby Lisi, One Nation. Who we got? John Thompson. What's up, John? How you doing, brother? He said, what's up, Bobby D and Lisa and Markell? Hey, man, we doing good, Markell. Breaks it down to us every Thursday. Right on the station here, and he got his own show. Y'all check him out. Markell's TV, the podcast, Markell, space S, space TV, space the podcast. Y'all check it out, man. He has some awesome shows, and he keep growing. His channel's growing big time, man. Fast, like, so y'all check him out. You will not be disappointed. Round Train Bobby Lee, One Nation, smooth. He said, yes, as bad as I want to live there, I want to live at least 20,000. I want to have at least 20,000 saved and bring in 13 a month. Okay, that's a good idea. I think that's possible and a very good idea to have. 20,000 a month is probably about a minimum. 15, 20, you want to have that backed up. 13 or more, that's good. But if you run into trouble, you got a backup savings right there to help you out. So that's livable. That's livable. But the key, money, extra money. Wait, you got to save up, or you got another income. I would try to get multiple streams. Okay, what you mean by it? What you mean multiple streams, man? The one income you got, that 1,300, that's good. But can't get another stream on the side, some kind of online income, something that you can do and get another stream that will help you, man. A lot of people do go to online jobs, get online jobs. There's what's the name? I used to work for the company, man. I can't think of them right now. But there's a lot of places that you can go to market your skills, and you can work anywhere in the world. Okay, that will bring you another online income. Okay, just like YouTube. This is another online income for me. Okay, this is just one. I have my income stream, and I make a decent amount of money here. Okay, and I'm not just saying that, but I enjoy what I'm doing here as well. So it's a double benefit for me. And so you need to get something like that you can work while you're there to bring another income. Okay, Ryan Train Bobby Lisi, One Nation. Who we got? LJ, what's up, man? He said, I called one time to Santo Domingo for a problem I had. They told me to call my congressman. They won't know help. They ain't gonna be no help. I mean, wherever you are in the world, man, do not rely on your embassy for that kind of assistance because they're not gonna be no help. That's one of the. I did a video on the things the embassy will help you with, and if you have a problem, they're not gonna help you with stuff like that. The only thing they do is assist you. They don't provide monte, cash money. You know, you want to need a check? Come on, we've got it now. They don't. It's not like that. They will give you assistance. When I say assistance, they will find out how you're doing, okay? Whether you're in good health, they will go meet you or send someone to talk to you, and then they will assess your situation. Once they determine, do you need money? Do you need medical attention? Or what is your problem? Then they'll ask you what your family members are, and they will try to relate that information to your family members. That's all they're going to do. They will explain your situation, like maybe you're in a legal jam, you're in jail. They will explain what you did wrong to get yourself locked up based on that government's law. They will not get you an attorney because that's not their job. They will not try to negotiate your release from prison. That's not their job. Their job is to assist you. And the only thing they're going to do is go and tell your people, your brother or whoever's in jail in Santo Domingo or whatever, and they need help. Okay, y'all need to help them out. That's all they do, man. People got in their mind that, well, I'm a citizen. Y'all say, you better help me. You better help me. No, the embassy is not set up for that. So you have to understand when you do move out of the country, you are on your own. That's why it's so vitally important, ladies and gentlemen, that you follow the rules, the regulations, and the guidelines of the country that you live in. You say, well, I don't have to do what they say. I'm American. I ain't got to do all that. I'm American. I'm American citizen. That don't mean nothing, man. That don't mean nothing in a foreign country. And I think one of the problems is we come out here thinking that just because we're American, we can get around the rules of the country. And that's not the case. I have to follow every rule and guideline in the Philippines, just like every Filipino citizen. And I understand that. So that's why I watch my P's and Q's. I don't want to get in trouble out here because I know I ain't got no help except for the Lord. And my family, they will come and see about me if something happening. But that's it, Don't play that American citizenship card. And a lot of people are confused about what the United States Embassy will do. I have a video on that. Check it out. They don't do that. I list the things they do, and we went over the things that they do. So I understand. So those of you that are confused on what the embassy is supposed to do and not supposed to do, check out the video. Oh, one other thing, if you're sick or something, what the embassy will do as well, they will contact the Red Cross, okay? When they contact the Red Cross, what the Red Cross will do, they will assess your situation medically, see if you need help. Now, they may assist in getting you a doctor to see about you. Also, they will assist in getting a notation or a memo or some kind of way to let your family know that you're sick. That is one of the functions of the Red Cross. There are some agencies that will assist the foreigner in the foreign land you're in, but the embassy that will assist you as far as helping you get out or whatever, but the embassy is not one of them. They just ensure your whereabouts, ensure how healthy you're sick, we got locked up for what reason, what's going on, and then they would go from there. I'll give you a perfect example. I did a story, about 3 or 4 years ago now. And I can't remember the guy's name, but he was a Caucasian American citizen out here in the Philippines. He got locked up, and he got locked up on some trumped up charges. Some Filipino, they just lied up on the man. They didn't like him for some reason. They lied up on him. He got locked up. Okay, that's the long story short. He stayed in jail 5 years. 5 years locked up in the Filipino jail cell. That wasn't nothing pretty to think about, to talk about. Okay. And then he went to the U.S. Embassy to try to get help. He said, we can't help you, brother. Oh, you messed up. He said, I didn't do nothing wrong. She jumped some charges on him. Lady said he tried to assault her and rape her. It was a bald-faced lie. So eventually his family was contacted because the embassy couldn't do anything. His family was contacted They got a lawyer. It took 5 years. They got a lawyer in the Philippines. It took 5 years for that lawyer to get that gentleman released. 5 years. Okay. 5 years. 5 years in the Philippines jail cell. And the guy was released, right? And then guess what happened after that? After that, he got released. The Filipino government came back at him again, lock him up, try to lock him up again. And guess what he was trying to be locking him up for? Because he stayed here on a visa, and his visa was expired. He was here illegally on an expired visa. And how could he renew his visa when he was locked up? That was his point. So the guy found out they were chasing him. Filipinos were looking for him, police, right? He skipped. He left and went to the province. I don't even know if they ever found the guy. But he's never left the country. He's still here. He can't leave the country until he has a what? Visa. And his visa's been updated. And he owes thousands of dollars. After 5 years of living in the country with no visa extension, he thousands of dollars. Okay? So that's just to show you, don't come out here relying on the United States Embassy to help. They won't do. I don't even, what country you going? They're not going to do but so much. Okay? Let's get that straight. Ryan Train Bobby Lee, who we got? Here, he says smooth. Jerry Fleming says, smooth sounds. I am there already, sir, but I am still adding more to my retirement to the Philippines. I hear you, man. Add as much as you can because you're going to need it, okay? Philippines is going, things are going up here. It's cheap to live here, but everything's cause of inflation. Everything's going higher and higher. So whatever you thought you needed to have here, you might want to add 20%, 10%, 15% more onto it, and you might be right. When they open it up. Now, the question I get all the time, when they going to open it? Who knows, man? I don't know. I can't sit up here and lie and say, well, you know, I think they go over next week. And somebody said, I think they go over next month. They open up. No, don't sit up here and believe that lie, okay? They're not going to open up until they feel that they have the capability of handling the influx, the people, because as soon as they open up, ton of people going to be trying to get through the gates, and they're going to not open it up until they feel they have the pandemic under control. Right now, it is out of control. Okay, it is out of control, and it's getting worse right now. Now, things have to get worse before they get what? Better. So I would encourage you that you guys that want to come to the Philippines, don't give up, man. Don't lose your hope. If you got a good woman out here, she's gonna wait on you. If she's good, if she's not, if she a floozy, you ain't got nothing in this. So, you know, go on to somebody else. But hey, if you got a good woman, man, you know she good, hang on to her. Don't let her go. Because as soon as you let her go, somebody else gonna come up and get your good thing. And you're gonna resent it. You're gonna regret it that you let her go. Let's go around train by releasing One Nation. KC, what's up? And they're going to make you pay it back. Yeah, oh, okay, KC. Very good point. I didn't know that. So they make you pay it back. So you were taking money you was on the SSD, and you were on the SSI for 6 months using the Philippines, and then finally caught up with you and then realized you was out of the country. So you go back and you failed your CDR, continuing the screening and development report review, and they cut you off. And then they said, guess what, sir? Not only are we going to cut you off, but you got 6 months back pay. You were lying to us. You were lying to us for 6 months. We want our money back. What you think you is? You gonna let you slide on that? Nah. So I got you, man. Right here, about who we got? Terry Fleming, he said, your social security number will red light at Social Security. I mean, okay, all right. So that's one of the reasons they catch you too. If you if your social security number comes up and showing you in a foreign country or something, you get out there, they're gonna get you on that one too. Roger and Bobby, probably something to do with your taxes too. You feel taxes. Smooth, what's up, man? He said the Biden administration is supposed to raise the basic SSI to 1,000 and SSDI to 15. Okay, that'd be nice. Yeah, the more money it helps because I just found out that the cost of living went up for like 6%. You know, so yeah, and when things go up, you need more raises, right? So that makes sense to me. That makes perfect sense. I also found out Murphy Hayes sent me a thing the other day. They're thinking about a fourth stimulus. Believe it or not, guys, they are trying to get a fourth stimulus. We'll see how that works out. What the article I read was that there's a petition going around where like they got like but 300,000 or something like that. People are signing a petition for a forced stimulus because people need it. You know, nobody will plan for a pandemic. Nobody. So people got laid off. A lot of people haven't gone back to work yet. You know, so a forced stimulus is not out of the question for people that need it. Okay, let's go round train Bobby Leezy, One Nation. Who we got? Smooth. What's up, man? He said, SSDI, you can stay anywhere except for North Korea and Cuba. Okay. All right. North Korea and Cuba. Okay. So those are the two countries. Those are only two countries that we don't have agreements regarding the SDI. Okay. So I'm assuming Smooth Google that. Thank you so much, Smooth. Roger, about Elise, One day. Who we got? Casey. He said, if you get caught, you will have to pay the money back up to the same point. Interest, and penalty. Wow. So guys, I mean, listen to me. And I know you out there. Listen to me. I'm not talking to you, Casey, but I know you guys, some of you guys are out there right now on SSI. Okay? And you're sitting up here trying to cheat the government because you're in another country. Come on, man. Don't do that. It's not worth it. You see what he said? You got to pay the money back plus interest and penalty. And then you might get some time. Okay? They have the right to put you behind jails if they want to. So don't cheat the government, man. If you out the country, you've been out the country over a month, you need to go on back home so you won't get cut off. And if they find that you was out here 6 months and they find you was out here 6 months, guess what? Interest, penalty, and whatever else they want to throw at you. Okay? So it's not worth it, man. Go on home. Let's go round train Bobby Leezy, One Nation. We got. Okay, got that. Round train Bobby Leezy, KC. He said, Cigna reimburses you. Okay, so if you have Cigna insurance, I think Murphy said he has Cigna, they reimburse you for your medical expenses. Okay, that's not bad. I mean, that's a matter. I don't have Cigna, I have Phil Health. And Phil Health, they pay 10%, I think 10%, whatever your medical bill is. So when Lisa D was in the hospital, it was a big bill, but I only paid so much. But they paid for most of the medical and lab work. So, but it was a help. But when you go over to the Philippines and you don't have no insurance, you're gonna be in trouble. Make sure you have money to fall back on. If it's nothing but a credit card, man, make sure. Don't come out here with no money. You're gonna be in trouble. So I can leave about 500. 500 might just. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Let me okay, move.
Congrats to the number one.
Okay, these we went through the half of the program. Ladies and gentlemen, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to a young lady. And I met her several years ago. She's been a blessing to me. She helps me with everything I have to do. I help her as well. We're a team. We work together. We live together. We eat together. We sleep together. We piece together. We be together. And her name is Lisa. To the Queen, Bernardo. Hell to the Queen. What's up,
Hey,
Lisa?
to the king.
Ladies and
What's
gentlemen,
up?
the Tuba Queen is here. What's up, mate? You all right?
Yeah.
Good. You feel good?
Yep.
We're getting ready to go out right after the show, y'all. So she's already dressed. So here, she just watched you here.
It is wet.
It's wet like sweat. All right, let's go around Trey Bobby DC One Nation. Who we got? Right there.
Terry Fleming. What's up, Terry? He said, "Where's Queen Angel? She has to say number 2, just 1, 2."
See, I had to do your job for you, Lizzie.
Sorry for that. Okay, number 2, just 1, 2,
Yeah.
just for you, Sir Terry.
He don't want you to do it again. Now you give him double trouble. Let's go around Trey Bobby. Who we got?
Terry Fleming.
He's like, Round Trey Bobby DC One Nation.
Markell, thank you so much.
We got a donation to the nation. He said, thanks for having me. Have a great night. Thank you so much, Hey, man. Thank you for joining us today and being on the show. We look forward to you coming every week on Thursday. Markell drops some knowledge, some information, and he drops it like it's hot. Okay? That's what he did. He dropped it like it's hot. It's my hot like snot. Let's go, Roger. Oh, we got to do the damn Markell around train by the easy one.
The hardest working man in that business. Vegas. Jerome's in the house. I said Jerome's in the house. Jerome's in the house. I said Jerome's in the house. Come on, girl, let's do the penguin.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Markell,
you,
for the
Sir
donation to
Markell.
the nation. More blessings,
Much love.
Thank you so much, brother. All right, turn Bobby, let's see one nation, another. Woo, one love. Who we got?
Wendell Cognete.
Otto Coyete.
Wendell
Coyete.
Supervise.
What's up, Wendell? How you doing,
I'm
brother?
Mr. Monkey Ranch.
Monkey Ranch. Monkey Ranch.
Oh,
Monkey Ranch taking a break.
Supervise.
Monkey Ranch taking a break. He'll be all right. Let's go. He said, hey, family, what's up, Wendell?
What's
Simplify
up?
to you. Everybody hit the like button from one time. 1, 2, 3. Chit-chit.
Chit-chit.
1, 2, 3. Chit-chit.
Chit-chit.
1, 2, 3. Chit-chit. All right,
Hit the like.
all my angels in the house said, hooray. All my members in the house said, hurrah. What else?
All the Blue Ranchers say,
Hoorah! Let's go, right? Trey Bobby, Lizzie, One Nation.
Joe. What's up, Joe?
Joe, how you doing, man? You all right, man? He said,
Hello.
what's up? What's up? What's up? Joe, that's Joe Tom. That's two names, man.
Yeah.
I'm start calling you.
Tom Joe.
You know, you ever heard this? You ever heard this rapper? They call him 2 Chainz. I'm gonna call you two names. What's up, Joe? How you doing, man? Hey, Joe, if you're new here, man, hit the like button for me, man, and subscribe to the show, please, sir. I appreciate it, man. If you're not new, man, thank you so much for showing up. We look glad to see. Round turn about this One Nation. Who we got?
Joe, do you know anything about Special Investors Resident Visa? Says you have invested 75,000 as, but my question is in what? How's that?
Okay, Joe. Good question. I had a show on the SRRV, which is retirement visa here in the Philippines, and the SI Special Resident Retirement. That's a part of the retirement visa system. Well, similar to it. You will have to invest the money in businesses. They have a lot of options there for you, but it has to be in Philippine businesses or Philippine stock. They have an option on it. Okay, it can also be sometimes a business or investment. It could be a rental house, or it could be a rental business or real estate business. But they have options for you to invest that money as long as it's Philippine, located here in the Philippines. That's what you want to consider. But if you're just trying to get into the Philippines as far as a long-term or permanent visa, that there are other alternatives that you can choose. The SRRV visa makes it a little bit easier than the SIRV. The SIRV, you can get in here like that because they want the money. You can get right now. They take the SIRV over anybody else. You know why? Because you're bringing money to the economy. You're investing and you're helping to build this economy. So that's a great option for you, Joe. If you have that kind of money and you like investing, and that will get you an entry door into this Philippines, that's an option, man. Go for it. Ryan Train about NEC One Nation. Who we got? All right, guys. It's been real. We got to go. Lisa D.
We have one more.
Got one more? Let's go. We got it.
Joe,
he said, yeah, it seems that's the only way to get in now. Yeah, that if you're an investor, there are open doors for investors. However, it costs a lot of money. Okay, you got to have a lot of money, and you can get in now because they're trying to bring foreign investors in on a special plan so they can begin to put money back into the economy to help this economy grow. So that's an option we can get in. If you have that type of money, Joe, yeah, do it, man. Why not? But you can also do the retirement visa, which is the SRRV visa, okay? Special Residence Retirement Visa. That's another option where you have to have money. Not as much as what you just mentioned, though, but that's another option for you. You can get in here on that. However, if you don't have an SRRV right now, the door might be closed until the pandemic is over. But you've already got an SRRV retirement visa. You can get in on that right now, okay? But yeah, you're correct, Joe. But if you need further information on that, email me and I'll get some more information for that. Okay, let's go. Right, turn Bobby Lizzie One Nation. Who we got?
That's it.
All right, guys. Lizzie gonna do our closing comment.
Thank you guys for all the donations
Thank
that
you so
you've
much.
given to us. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for sharing your blessings. Thank you so much, Sir Markell, for great information.
And Terry Fleming.
And Terry
Thank you so
Fleming,
much for the
thank you
donation.
so much. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Chichipaya! Please hit the like button. And our Facebook fan page is called The Philippines Connection. Please like the page, and you can also follow us on Instagram at Bobby D Life in the Philippines. Look in the video description for media information. If you are viewing the live stream as a recorded replay, allow the ads to run during the video. And we have a free Android app on Google Play Store called Philippines Expat Lifestyle. Download and enjoy all our videos without going through the YouTube app. And if you are a veteran,
You can call 1-800-827-1000. Call this for veterans information as of January 1, 2020. All veterans with a VA card will have access to benefits. And we now have merchandise available for purchase. Check them out at lifeinfieldbobbyd.com. LIFEINPHILBOBBIED.com. We got cups, we got mugs, we got shirts, we got t-shirts, we got hats, we got what you need, man. What's your name? What's your name? Hey, if anything on there, girlfriend, we don't got no mail there. We don't got no mail-in girlfriend or mail-in bride on the website, okay? Can't help you with that. But whatever else you need, just let us know if you don't see it on the website, okay? Lizzie, we're gonna do our closing. We're gonna do our closing clip. I shortened it down. So we're gonna do our closing clip, and we out. Okay, we're not coming back after this. So it's been real. We got to go. Y'all take care, God. This is Bobby D. Take care. God bless and peace.